Hello, this is my response to Simon Sinek's TED Talk. Um, so, the first question in this response about trust is discuss a time when you felt you could not trust someone because of interactions through technology. I don't know that I have a great answer for this. I think that the best example I can think of is like how if you're communicating with someone through text, like it sometimes is hard to know what they mean or if they're telling the truth because they're totally just representing themselves a certain way through text message. I guess a good example could also be like dating apps. Confession, I did use dating apps for like literally 2 weeks because I couldn't hang. Like, I couldn't catch a vibe with anybody. Like, it was just really weird. But a part of the reason why I couldn't hang was because this one guy that I was talking to on there seemed really great. He was super friendly, super great conversationalist, but he ended up like being a total crazy person and like freaked out on me, was insulting me, like saying, just being really aggressive. So I kind of got off there because I couldn't hang. But that was an example of how I couldn't trust him through an interaction with technology. He represented himself a certain way. And then when it came down to it, that was not who he was. He was this crazy aggressive person that like freaked out on me. Um, the split that he refers to, I do kind of think that America is going through a split right now. I think, uh, like, there's a lot of examples of how, America isn't what it used to be, or like, kind of the way that he talks about it. I think we realize it in ways that are small, like at work, like with my company. My company, Whole Foods, used to be like a smaller business. It's still like rapidly expanding, but it had like certain values and stuff that people could really get behind, like all types of people. But now I feel like since it's gone totally corporate with Amazon, it has changed a lot. Like it really has. We actually just got this crazy new dress code implemented that everyone's pissed off about. And it's like, it's just ridiculous. Like, truthfully, it's pretty ridiculous. It's really super strict. Whole Foods used to be a place where you could have like face tattoos, stretched ears, like, be totally alternative or be totally mainstream. And, you were kind of welcomed no matter what, but it's not so much anymore. Um, and I think in general, it's like that. I mean, everything about America is so divisive right now. Like, nobody trusts politicians. Everyone communicates via technology, and it's just changing the atmosphere that we live in. Um, I think that to increase trust within communities, like, so the question is, what do you think we can do as individuals to increase the trust within our communities? Is the answer more human interactions as suggested in the video? How can we accomplish that in this age of technology? I do think that the answer is more human contact. I personally hate communicating via text or phone or computer. Like, I don't love Zoom. I don't love the online school format. Um, I feel really disconnected in this format. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting the full scope of like human interaction like I could be with classmates or my teacher. Like, I barely communicate with my teacher for this class, like when I'm not in class. And, but I feel like if I were able to see her, like physically see her, I might be more likely to go to office hours. I might be more likely to communicate more, like, you know, just to like reach out more. Um, I think that in order to increase trust within our communities, we literally have to start like talking to our neighbors again. Like, people don't talk to their neighbors. I don't talk to my neighbors, like barely. I know who my neighbors are, but I don't have interactions with them really. And I think people are just scared of interacting with others. Like, I don't know what it is, but they don't want other people like in their space. And I do get that, but also like, I don't know. it just separates us more. Like even with my own friends, I wish that my friends would just pick up the phone and call me as opposed to shooting me a text. Like if it's, I get it, texting is great for like efficiency and like speed and ease of communication because, even if someone's at work, they can kind of like quickly respond to a text real fast. Whereas like to be on the phone, you kind of have to like excuse yourself and like walk away and be on the phone. But I think that it's just, yeah, it's not the same. Like, I want to hear someone's voice on the phone. I want to hear them talking to me. I want to hear, the inflections of their voice when they're excited or if they're sad, and like the last time someone called me on the phone was my partner, his friend passed away. And I was like the first person that he called. And I was able to comfort him and hear what he was saying about his friend and expressing himself and whatnot. And if it was through text, it would have been such an impersonal interaction. Like, I would have been so upset that he chose to tell me about his friend passing away, like via text. Like, that is not an appropriate conversation to have via text. Anyways, I think we just need to, in the age of COVID too, like, it's hard to interact with people. There's all these weird new social norms when it comes to interaction. So it is difficult to connect with people, really. But I think that we all just need to connect more in person. It just has a different energy. Like, you pick up on someone else's energy when you're interacting in person. Yeah.